everyone. Great to have you with us. The United States has paused all military aid to Ukraine. That means weapons, ammunition, vehicles and anything else that's not already in the country. American air defences, in particular, have been crucial in helping Ukraine to defend itself against Russian attacks. Well, Donald Trump accused President Zelenskyy of not wanting peace, and the move seems designed to force him to the negotiating table. Our US correspondent Mark Stone reports from Washington.
This is what Odessa looked like on the night the White House announced that President Trump was pausing all military assistance to Ukraine. The country's port city burning after another sustained Russian drone attack. It happened almost at the same moment that a statement dropped from the White House. The president has been clear that he is focused on peace, it said. We need our partners to be committed to that goal as well. We are pausing and reviewing our aid to ensure that it is contributing to a solution. It is without question a dramatic announcement, but it is also trademark Trump brinkmanship, the art of the deal. Some might say the art of blackmail. Donald Trump is determined that Volodymyr Zelenskyy signs his mineral agreement. It is, in Trump's eyes, the first step in a peace plan. Sign it or else, is the blunt message from the White House. This was when the minerals deal was supposed to be signed, but then last Friday ended up a little different.
I'm very serious.
You're gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III.
Zelenskyy, who is strikingly now being cast as the bad guy by the White House, is being asked to say sorry for this and to sign the mineral deal without military backup commitments by the Americans. The president was asked late yesterday what happens next.
Well, I just think he should be more appreciative because this country has stuck with them through thick and thin. We've given them much more than Europe, and Europe should have given more than us.
His vice president on Fox News filled in the gaps.
There was a lack of respect. There was a certain sense of entitlement. And most importantly, look, we can look past all of that stuff, but the president has set a very clear goal for his administration. He wants the killing to stop. And I think that it's very important that President Zelenskyy and, of course, President Putin, too, they've both got to come to the negotiating table, and that's ultimately where things broke apart. I think Zelenskyy wasn't yet there, and I think, frankly, now still isn't there, but I think he'll get there eventually. He has to.
Zelenskyy is resisting. He wants American security guarantees. Everyone here does. But these allies may now be quietly telling him to shift position, mend the rift with Trump, sign his deal, then work on the security guarantees. The methods coming from this White House are as unorthodox as they are controversial. It is truly hard to know where this goes next. Mark Stone, Sky News at the White House.
We're going to get more on this now. Mar is here. So this all makes Sir Keir Starmer's job very tough, doesn't it?
It really does. It makes Starmer's job harder when actually he's been very widely praised on all sides of the House for his incredibly delicate way of dealing with some of these difficult diplomatic conversations. You saw in the House of Commons yesterday, after he gave that statement, even Tories who were surprised at themselves at how much they were praising the Prime Minister. He's done incredibly well in terms of a UK audience, from a UK perspective.
Yes.
And as you say, the difficulty now is, does this make his job harder? It absolutely does. I think it undoes some of that work. It undoes some of that progress. Speaking to government officials overnight about Donald Trump pausing the aid to Ukraine, it appeared they were quite taken aback by this. The Prime Minister was asked directly about a news report that was suggesting that Donald Trump was preparing to pause aid to Ukraine by Stephen Flynn, the SNP Westminster leader, just yesterday afternoon. And the Prime Minister replied and said, absolutely not. No, that's not the US's position on this. Clearly, that is. And this also comes after Donald Trump posted on social media about Zelenskyy. So Zelenskyy had said that peace was very, very far away. And Donald Trump, clearly, that had really pushed his buttons. And so he said, America will not put up with this much longer. This guy doesn't want peace as long as America's backing them. And so, first of all, I think you're going to be speaking to some great sources today about what this means for Ukraine's ability to fight. I think the Kremlin is probably going to be quite delighted at this, but also clearly the gulf between American foreign policy and UK foreign policy appears to be widening. The Prime Minister has spent a lot of time arguing that there really isn't a gap, there isn't a divide between the US and the UK's thinking on this. But it does feel like clearly there is, considering the PM saying that yesterday, when clearly it wasn't the case, and the level of surprise coming out of government sources overnight. So we're waiting to hear a reaction from government, whether that's from Number 10, we'll bring that to you live, or, of course, a government minister. And also, how will Ukraine react? We haven't heard from Zelenskyy yet this morning either.
And then just the impact on the front line. There's so many implications here. Maury, thank you so much, as always.